Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Danny Burke from Odd Shopper here once again to deliver some recommendations for anytime touchdown prop bets as we head into NFL Week 11. Exciting matchups all across the board. I've got a handful of picks that I'm dishing out that you should consider to add to your bet slip. We're coming off a 2-2 performance in Week 10, obviously wanting to do better than that. So hopefully we can steer the ship right and get you into that positive column for NFL Week 11. We begin in a matchup in the NFC North. Yes, it's my team, the Bears. Hell no, I am not taking another Bears player probably the rest of the season. Disgusting, devastating, ugly, crappy offense, whatever the heck you want to call it. It's applicable. I mean, it's a disaster. So I'm looking to fade them, and I'm looking to fade their defense, which, yes, is their stronger suit of their game. Against the pass, they're allowing the fewest passing touchdowns per game, and they rank first in dropback EPA. But that's not where I'm looking to target. I'm looking to fade their run defense that ranks 24th in rush EPA. And they're allowing about a rushing touchdown per game. You've seen their vulnerabilities. They've lost their identity in that sense. I mean, heck, take the running play against the Cardinals to end the first half, for example. And otherwise, every other running back has really found a way to get six. And I think the same will persist with Josh Jacobs on the Green Bay Packers. Minus 105 is the best price you can get with him. You can see on our screen over at Fanatics. This is at oddshopper.com. You can get everybody's props, all the different types of bets you'd want to make for every sport. We got an amazing list out there. So it's really a great tool to help you out so you don't have to navigate through all these tabs. And you can see there the best odds at Fanatics for Josh Jacobs, anytime touchdown score. Again, the Bears' run defense is very weak, giving up about 4.8 yards per carry, fourth most in the National Football League. Let's be honest. The Bears' offense has been, again, I said all those adjectives. That is essentially going to set the Packers up for a good field position, quality scoring opportunities, expose a weakness of the Bears' defense, which is their run defense. And Josh Jacobs should find his way into the end zone, laying minus 105 with Jacobs to score a touchdown. We move along to another running back. How about Nick Chubb? Yeah, that's going to be the guy that we look to explore for an anytime touchdown prop bet in NFL Week 11. If somehow I can choose to share the screen here, I'm having some technical difficulties. There we go. Nick Chubb, his odds plus 110 at DraftKings is what you can get for Chubb to find six. He's going up against the league's worst run defense, according to PFF. New Orleans Saints worst run defense in the NFL. If you want some more stats to show how truly horrible they are, 31st in rush EPA, 30th in rush success rate. They're allowing 5.1 yards per carry, which is second worst, and 1.4 rushing touchdowns per game. Now, even though Nick Chubb has played in like 4 games, he's still leading the team in red zone handoffs. So that just goes to show you the trust that they have in him, even coming off that major season-ending injury last year. He's gotten a bit more acclimated now, coming off a bye week. He should be well rested, well accustomed, and adjusted back into the full speed of the NFL, obviously. And because we're getting a little bit of plus money in a very favorable matchup, I think this suits up extremely well for Chubb to get into the end zone. So count me in for Nick Chubb plus 110 anytime touchdown. Let's move along with another player here, and that is going to be a man that, we've experimented with an anytime touchdown prop bet on him before and to no avail, but I'm feeling good about him this week. That is Courtland Sutton. Love the plus 210 price that you can get available right now at BetMGM. The reason why I like Courtland Sutton, it's the matchup here. The Atlanta Falcons have been very weak in the passing efforts. 1.7 receiving touchdowns is what they're allowing per game. I believe they're 24th in dropback EPA. So again, this is a secondary that has its vulnerabilities. They're also really banged up, missing a handful of corners and secondary members in general. So that's going to be a spot that Bo Nix and company can expose. And Bo Nix actually been doing really well, very efficient, relatively speaking, over the last 3 games, completing 69% of his passes, over 700 passing yards. And his main guy is Courtland Sutton, 13 red zone targets, 6 receptions, 2 touchdowns. He has 3 overall on the year, but his expected metric lists him, that PFF does, lists him with 6 expected touchdowns. Again, it's going to be a weaker defense in Atlanta, traveling on the road after losing last week. Bo Nix is getting his rhythm. Go to your top guy against his bad secondary and an injured one, and hopefully we can find Sutton getting a touchdown and cashing a plus 210 bet. Now, our final 2 plays are going to be involved in the same contest. That's going to be the very anticipated matchup between the Chiefs and the Bills. Kareem Hunt's odds have been ticking up and up and up throughout the week. I think the lowest he was maybe what minus 105, probably minus 110, somewhere around there. Currently, he's at minus 120. I really wouldn't go too crazy if you find him at about minus 125 or higher. 25 minus 125 is probably the highest I would lay with Hunt. But I do think he has a really good opportunity to get into the end zone against the Buffalo Bills. Now, the Bills have been a great team, and defensively, they do a lot of things right, but they also have their flaws on that side of the ball, and that's against the run. PFF grades them with the 25th ranked run defense. They're allowing the third most yards per carry in the NFL at 4.9 yards per rush attempt. And Kareem Hunt has been a touchdown machine. I mean, 5 rushing touchdowns in 6 games. And even with that, his expected touchdown metric lists him with 7. They really are trying to take some of the strain off of Mahomes in these goal line situations. And when you have a steady, reliable back like Kareem Hunt, why wouldn't you do that? So against a weaker part of the Bills defense, I think Hunt is going to get his opportunity to shine. And I think it's worth laying a price here with Hunt, who again has been finding the end zone consistently. And even though Buffalo is allowing less than 1 rushing touchdown per game, it's really because a lot of their opponents haven't had a premier running back threat in the red zone like the Chiefs have. And the teams that they have faced that do have those threats available, well, they've been able to capitalize. So I think the same will come to fruition once again, and we find Kareem Hunt snagging 6 and cashing our anytime touchdown prop bet at the price of minus 120. Finally, another player in this game, but on the side of Buffalo. How about Khalil Shakir? Plus 190, you can get him over at Caesar Sportsbook. He only has 2 touchdowns on the year, but he's second in the team in red zone targets. He's caught all of the targets in the red zone, 6 for 6, 46 receiving yards, and 1 touchdown. Kansas City is 27th in dropback success rate this year. They have the Chiefs 6 receiving touchdowns over the last 3 games. But more importantly, no Keon Coleman for the Buffalo Bills. He leads the team in red zone targets. They're also missing their top tight end in Dalton Kincaid. Josh Allen knows how trustworthy Shakir has been. He's hauling in pretty much everything. He's going to look to utilize him near the goal line in their most important game of the year. Love this price at plus 190. That's our final anytime touchdown prop bet. Khalil Shakir plus 190. All right, before we head out of here, folks, let me remind you and tell you about a great offer we have going on right now. If you sign up with any of these partners, you can get expert picks for free. You choose one of these promos below. It can range from BetMGM, Bets 365, Caesar, Sleeper, Underdog, goes on and on. You sign up using the offer, deposit, place a bet, take a screenshot of your welcome email and first settled bet. You email support@oddshopper.com with those screenshots. You'll get a month of your favorite Tails expert for free. You can tell us which one you want. The more offers you use and screenshots you send, that's the number of Tails experts that you can follow. So it's really a great offer. Make sure you check that out. And also, if you have done that or you just want to go specifically somewhere else, I still got my promo going on, ladies and gentlemen. Use promo code BURK50. You get your first week or month 50% off. NFL's getting into full swing, obviously more than halfway through the year. NBA, we have been crushing it on an absolute tear. So make sure you check that out. BURK50 over at oddshopper.com. But that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, for our anytime touchdown prop bets as we head into NFL Week 11. Appreciate you always tuning in to check out these videos. Means a lot. And if you follow on Twitter at DannyBurke5 and check out all of our content at oddshopper.com, leave below in the comments whichever players you are sweating out for a touchdown. And hey, maybe some other guys that I should add to my portfolio as we look to sweat out the Sunday slate of games. Take care and best of luck with all your wagers.